Well, good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network for tonight's edition of the Epic Basketball League 1971-72 playoffs. It is the finals, and we are so excited to have everybody checking out tonight's ball game. It is Game 3 of the final matchup between the number 1 seeded Los Angeles Lakers and the number 2 seeded Chicago Bulls. We are in Chicago Stadium for games 3 and 4. The series is tied at 1 game apiece. For those of you who caught games 1 and 2 here on the channel, we thank you for tuning in. Game 1, as you recall, was a knockdown, drag-out brawl with record numbers of personal fouls and free throw attempts in that one, which was won by the LA Lakers on their home floor by a score of 131-121. Game 2 last week was a completely different matchup as both teams kicked the offense into high gear. Both teams shot the ball extremely well. The difference was the LA turnovers forced by the Chicago defense, and Chicago was able to pull out the victory on their visiting court by a score of 132-128 to tie the series. And that brings us to tonight. We're in Chicago Stadium. It is a packed house. Dick Motta has his Bulls ready for action here in the Dave Cave as we get things ready to roll. Excuse me, we will start off with your starting lineups of the evening. For the Lakers, it is the usual lineup. Jerry West and Gail Goodrich in the backcourt. They are your superstars for LA. The forwards are very steady and solid players in the small forward Jim McMillan and the power forward Happy Hairston. And, of course, the big man, Wilt Chamberlain, inside. Wilt, still a phenomenal force under the basket as an enforcer and a rebounder. Not quite the scorer that he was earlier in his career, but West and Goodrich carry the load for this team. And for the Bulls, the stellar defensive backcourt of Norm Van Leer and Jerry Sloan. And these two guys have been given West and Goodrich fits the entire series. This is a very difficult matchup for the powerhouse Lakers as Van Leer and Sloan are lockdown defenders. The scoring threats for Chicago are the forwards Chet Walker and Bob Love. And, of course, the big man inside, Tom Burwinkle. Excellent offensive rebounder, very, very good passer. And just the perfect complement to this Chicago Bulls lineup. And tonight should be an exciting ball game, so let's get things rolling. A little bit of a raspy throat here tonight as the spring pollen has taken hold. And the jump ball is in the air. It is controlled by Los Angeles, and the Lakers will start this game on offense. Jerry West running the point. Has an open look as he comes off the screen. He rams his finger into the defender there and comes away flexing his fingers, but he'll remain in the game, and the action will continue as the Bulls defense switches up, and it is Van Leer now covering West. West looks to distribute. He finds Goodrich on the wing, and Goodrich is going to pull the trigger from the free throw line extended if he can get a shot off over Sloan. He gets the shot up. It is off the rim, no good. Goodrich gets his own rebound on the long rebound off the front rim, passes it back out to West, and the Lakers will reload the offense as we say good evening to D. Scott Howard, first here at the arena for tonight's ball game. West resetting the offense. Van Leer guarding him closely. 16 on the shot clock. West is going to call his own number. And now we've got another whistle on the play, and there apparently was a little scrum on that first rebound of the ball game. Happy Hairston may have taken a finger to the eye. And in the finest of Laker traditions, Happy Hairston is going to spend about 2.5 minutes laying on the court holding his face while he is cleared to leave the ballgame. John Trapp will come in for LA. Happy Hairston should return to action for the Lakers in this critical Game 3 matchup. Trapp to inbound for LA, 16 on the shot clock. West on top. Now 10 on the shot clock as West squares off against Van Leer. West with the outside jump shot, defended by Van Leer, and he's called for the offensive foul. West was trying to clear space, but lowered his shoulder into Van Leer, and the referee is not going to stand for it. First foul of the game on West, and that is potentially a big one. As I mentioned, Van Leer and Sloan are a very, very tough matchup for this Laker team. So it's going to be a hard row to hoe for the Lakers in this series. Chicago now with the basketball for their first possession of the night, moving from left to right on your computer screen as Norm Van Leer runs the offense. Chicago in the motion set, sends it over to Sloan on the perimeter. And Sloan loves to bull his way into the lane. He works it to Walker inside, takes the ball fake, takes a short jump shot. That's no good, but he is fouled on the play by McMillan. And it will actually be Chet Walker who caught that ball and took the shot. Walker will go to the line for 2. As we welcome Dave Gardner to the chat room, and we have an update from D. Scott Howard. Wilt is averaging 66, 22 rebounds and 5 blocks in a 61-62 Warriors replay, and that is phenomenal. Love to hear those stats. What D. Scott? I'm curious what software you're using. Are you using Action PC or what game engine are you using for that? Chet Walker to the free throw line, looking for the first points of the ball game. Walker missed the first free throw. The second shot by Walker is good, and we have our first point of the game. Chicago with the early 1-0 lead. I predict that will change before the end of the night. As West brings the Lakers back the other way, and now he finds McMillan on the baseline. McMillan working against Walker outside. McMillan with the jump shot. That is off the back iron, no good. Rebound is knocked out of bounds. Possession will go to the Bulls. Van Leer sets up the offense again for Chicago. He comes off the screen. He's got an open look at an outside jump shot. Instead, he puts the ball on the floor, tries to get into the lane, and he is called for the charge. So both point guards coming out aggressively, and both point guards called for charging fouls here in the first minute of the game. LA back on offense. Still trailing 1-0 as the ball now goes to McMillan inside in the paint, below the rim. He takes a dribble, steps back, shoots the fadeaway, and scores. First field goal of the night for either team, and the Lakers now hold the 2-1 lead. Here's Sloan again on the baseline. Over to Van Leer, down low to Love. Love bobbled it, got it back, but lost it out of bounds. That's a turnover. Ball goes back over to the Lakers. Fans in Chicago already in their seats and cheering on their beloved Bulls. Defense, 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 says the crowd. As Jerry West again squares off against Norm Van Leer. Again, the pass goes on the perimeter to Goodrich. Goodrich double teamed, puts the shot up off the front rim, no good. The rebound once again bounces out of bounds and goes over to Chicago. Bulls still looking for their first field goal of the night. They trail 2-1 as they get it to Love on the baseline. And he gets it back out to Van Leer, and Van Leer is hammered by Trapp as he tried to get off the jump shot from the free throw line. Van Leer will go to the line for 2 free throws. Van Leer converts both the free throws, and the Bulls take a 3-2 lead. Back come the Lakers with West, guarded tightly by Van Leer. This time West is going to try and penetrate. That might not be the best idea given that he's already got one offensive foul. Tries to get it down low to John Trapp, but Love steps into the passing lane and intercepts for Chicago. Back come the Bulls. Inside they look to Bob Love down low. Working from the low block against Trapp. The short jump shot is off the rim, no good. Burwinkle in for the offensive board, sends it back out to Van Leer, and Chicago will reset. Bulls back in action now with Van Leer working on West. Looks to distribute. Can't find an open teammate. Takes the long jump shot. That's no good. And Wilt Chamberlain comes out with the rebound for the Lakers. Both defenses are tenacious here in the opening period tonight. LA with the basketball trailing 3-2. They go inside to Wilt. Working on Burwinkle. Steps right.
Chamberlain from West.
Takes the shot off the glass and good. Nicely done by Chamberlain. LA back on top 4-3. Chicago still without a field goal. They get it over to Sloan on the baseline. He's guarded closely by Goodrich. He's going to look over to Walker. Cross-court pass. Walker cannot get open, so Sloan's forced to take the shot himself, and Sloan delivers from 12 feet out. First field goal of the night for Chicago. They now lead 5-4. 3 minutes gone by in the first quarter. West with the possession. 13 on the shot clock. Takes the open jump shot on the outside. That's no good again. And Love takes the rebound for Chicago. The stellar defense for Chicago continues. And now they get it inside to Burwinkle. Burwinkle working on Chamberlain. Chamberlain, a monster defender down low. Burwinkle looks to distribute. Gets it inside to Walker on the opposite post. Walker's shot is no good. And it's rebounded by Jerry West for L.A. Lakers want to run. West has Goodrich on the break. West dribbles right down the center of the floor. Dumps it to Goodrich. Goodrich to his right. Lays it up, no good. He missed the layup, and Burwinkle took the rebound for Chicago. Missed opportunity there for the Lakers as the Bulls gain control, still leading by 5-4. And Van Leer with an open jump shot in transition. It rims out, but Burwinkle is there for the tap-in. And Chicago goes up by 3. Here's Jerry West working the offense again for LA. He's forced to take the outside jump shot. That's no good. Rebound for Chicago is taken by Burwinkle. Once again, the stellar defense of the Chicago backcourt made a difference on that possession. Here's Van Leer coming back the other way. Sends it over to Walker. We've got a whistle, and Walker traveled. Tried to fake his way around McMillan. McMillan wasn't having it and forced the turnover. LA now with the basketball, trailing 7-4 as West looks to set things up. Sends it over to Goodrich on the wing. Goodrich will take it into the paint this time. Drives it to the hole. Dips it off to McMillan.
McMillan from Goodrich.
And McMillan drops in the 15-footer on the assist by Goodrich. McMillan with 4 points for LA. They're back to within 1. Bulls come back the other way. They've got it in the hands of Sloan. Sloan's looking for Love. He finds Love on the baseline, and the short jump shot from the Butterbean is good. 9-6 now in favor of the Bulls. Back come the Lakers. They look inside to McMillan. He's been their hot hand so far tonight. He's guarded by Sloan this time. The shot is awkward and goes out of bounds to Chicago. Nice defense by Sloan to force a bad shot by McMillan and give possession back to the Bulls, who lead by 3. Under 7 minutes to play now in the first quarter as the ball goes inside to Walker in the lane. Walker working on McMillan. The short jump shot is good. And Walker now has 3 points. And Chicago is now up 11-6. All 5 starters have scored for the Bulls. And the Lakers have yet to get anything out of either of their backcourt players. Here's a pass over to Goodrich. Goodrich wants to get into the lane. He's cut off by Burwinkle. He stops, he pops, he left it short. And Van Leer takes the rebound for Chicago. Bulls defense off to a good start here tonight, as LA is 3 of their first 10 from the field. Outside it goes to Sloan working on Goodrich. Sloan wants to get into the lane. He dribbles to his right. He puts up the short jump shot. That's no good. McMillan takes the rebound for LA, but it's stolen away from him by Van Leer as he tried to get the outlet pass. And Van Leer gets another possession for Chicago. Inside it goes to Love. Love working on trap down low. His short jump shot is blocked. Chamberlain slaps it down. He's an enforcer in the lane. Trapp rips down the rebound for Los Angeles, and the Lakers want to push the tempo in transition. The outlet goes to Goodrich. He dribbles down the right-hand side of the floor, sends it to West in the center of the floor, and it's kicked out of bounds. Once again, the Chicago defense comes up strong, this time in transition to force yet another turnover and regain possession for the Bulls. Approaching the midway point of the first quarter, Chicago leads by 5. Here's Van Leer from the outside, sending it to Burwinkle. Burwinkle with the baseline jump shot is good.
Burwinkle from Van Leer.
And Burwinkle now has 4 points to lead the Bulls, and Chicago has taken a 13-6 lead. And boy, the fans here in Chicago Stadium are loving it, as their guys are off to a quick start here, having doubled up the highly touted Lakers midway through the first quarter. Here's West, again working against Van Leer. Dribbles to his left. Van Leer forces him back out to the top of the key. 7 on the shot clock. West dribbles to his right, puts up the jump shot, and it's blocked by Burwinkle. Walker takes the rebound out of there for Chicago, and the Bulls will walk it back the other way. They've got a big lead, and they're content to set up the offense, as it's the Chicago defense that has been in control of this game from the get-go. Bulls leading 13-6. They get it to Love on the baseline. He's got a nice little baseline jump shot. He leaves that one short, and Trapp comes back for the rebound for LA. Lakers desperately trying to find some offense. They work it inside to Chamberlain. Chamberlain in the key. His finger roll is up and good. And he is fouled on the play by Burwinkle. First foul on Burwinkle. Not very many fouls this game. A couple of offensive charging calls, but the foul totals have stayed relatively quiet. And this will be the first free throw of the night for Los Angeles. Chamberlain, as we have documented, a very poor free throw shooter. And he missed that one off the front rim, and Burwinkle takes the rebound for Chicago. Bulls lead by 5, under 5.5 to play first quarter. The pass goes over to Sloan on the wing. You know what he wants to do. He wants to get into the paint. He drives it inside and throws it away. Ball goes over to Los Angeles. As Steve Tower is online with some New England wrestling, it looks like. I am looking forward to catching Steve on the Dave Gardner podcast. I saw that was posted earlier in the week. I'm a couple weeks behind on the Digital Dice podcast, but for those of you checking this out, that is a podcast not to be missed. It is outstanding. Even my wife enjoys that when I throw it on in the car. Okay, LA trails by 5, 13-8. As we have the Lakers back on offense with West at the helm. They're going to look to the outside. It swings around to Goodrich, back to McMillan on the outside. McMillan with the perimeter jump shot. That is off the rim, no good. And Jerry Sloan with a strong rebound for the Bulls. Chicago comes back the other way. They get it in the hands of Van Leer out on top. Van Leer wants to look inside for Love. The ball goes into Burwinkle. Back out to Van Leer. He takes the outside jump shot and he drills it. 15-8 now, Chicago with the lead. And West is going to try to attack. He's cut off by Love. His short jump shot from in the lane is no good. But he is fouled on the play by Love. And that will be 2 shots for Jerry West. Maybe West just needs to pick up the aggressiveness of his game. He hits the first. As we say good evening to Captain Carl 8 here in the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. Thanks for checking out tonight's ball game. West missed the second free throw. Rebound is taken by Burwinkle. Chicago has possession, still leading now by 6, 15-9. Under 5 minutes to go in the first. Here's Van Leer with another perimeter jump shot and another basket right in the face of Jerry West. And the Chicago fans are loving it. 17-9 now. Chicago with an 8-point lead, their largest of the night. Here's McMillan with an open look from the perimeter. Hounded by Walker. His shot is off the rim, no good. McMillan gets his own rebound, sends it back out to West. West finds Trapp in the middle. The little short jump shot by Trapp is no good. And the rebound is taken out of there by Chet Walker for the Bulls. Hairston still out of the game, injured for L.A. Trapp logging some minutes here as the second units for both teams prepare to enter the ballgame. Van Leer looks for Love on the baseline. And threw that one behind him and into the third row. That's a turnover. Ball goes back over to L.A. And as we have reached the 4-minute mark, the horn sounds. And we will see substitutions on both sides. The usual players for the second unit for Chicago. Bob Weiss will run the point with Jim King alongside. The rookie Jackie Dinkins and the rookie Howard Porter, as well as Clifford Ray. So 3 rookies coming into the ball game for the Bulls' second unit. Dinkins, Porter, and Ray all in their first NBA seasons, and all have been significant contributors in this series. For the Lakers, it will be Jim Clemens, the former Ohio State Buckeye, at the point. Flynn Robinson will come into the game to play the shooting guard position. Pat Riley will man the 3. We'll leave Chamberlain out there for the moment and bring Leroy Ellis in at the 4. And when Chamberlain tires, we'll bring Trapp back into the game if he's able to regain some strength. We've got some options even with Hairston out injured. All right, back we go to action with L.A. in possession, trailing by 8 points, 17-9 early in the ball game. As Jim Clemens now has the point, working on Weiss, tries to get into the lane, and Weiss tips it away and steals it. Good defense there by Bob Weiss on the first possession, and that gains the possession for Chicago as Weiss brings him back the other way. They are going to look inside for Howard Porter down low. Porter working against Ellis, tough matchup. He gets around Ellis. His layup is missed. Ray comes down with the offensive rebound for Chicago. Ray with the rainbow over Chamberlain, and good. Clifford Ray comes right into the ball game and shows Will Chamberlain that he is not afraid to go toe-to-toe with the legendary big man. Chicago now up by 10 points, 19-9. The pass comes into Clemens to Robinson on the wing. He's not shy. He takes the jump shot. It's no good. Long rebound is taken down by Clemens, but it's tipped away and stolen by Jim King. That's another possession for Chicago. Weiss leads the offense back the other way. Finds Howard Porter open on the baseline. The outside jump shot by Porter is too strong. And the rebound rolls around and is taken down by Jim King for Chicago. Sends it back out to Weiss. The Bulls will reset. Now under 3 minutes to play, first quarter. Here's Dinkins on the outside. Looks to King on the perimeter. King drives, sends it to Porter, gets it back. The jump shot is up no good. And Leroy Ellis with the rebound for L.A. Lakers still trailing by 10, 19-9. L.A. has connected on only 4 of their first 16 field goal attempts of this ball game. As the pass goes to Robinson on the outside. He missed his first jump shot. This time he's going to take it into the lane. Ray cuts him off. The short jump shot by Robinson is no good. Leroy Ellis on the offensive glass for LA. His putback attempt is blocked, but he is fouled on the play by Clifford Ray, and that will send Leroy Ellis to the free throw line for 2 shots. Ellis, the veteran, 10th year out of St. John's, steps to the line, shoots 70% from the free throw line, misses the first. The second shot by Ellis is good, and that pulls the Lakers within 19-10. Chicago still with a comfortable lead and the basketball. 2.5 minutes to play first quarter. Open inside for Chicago is Jackie Dinkins, working down low against Riley. Dinkins to the low block. His turnaround jump shot is no good, and Leroy Ellis takes the rebound for LA. Back come the Lakers. Clemens sends it to Riley on the perimeter. Riley loves to take it to the baseline. He goes to his left, tries to get it into Chamberlain, force that pass, and Bob Weiss picks it off for Chicago. Lakers already with 8 turnovers on the ball game, and that is not going to get it done here in Chicago Stadium. Under 2 minutes to play first quarter. Coming the other way, Weiss has an open look. His jump shot from 14 feet out is
Bob
good.
Weiss.
Boy, Weiss doesn't shoot often, but he looked good on that attempt. And Chicago is now up 21-10. LA is going to look inside to Chamberlain. Robinson dribbles inside, tries to get it to Chamberlain, and he shuffled the feet. Chicago forces another turnover, and LA just cannot find a basket here in the first quarter. Minute and a half to play. LA's only put up 10 points thus far. Chicago with the basketball, running the offense behind Bob Weiss. They get it to Porter on the perimeter. Porter is going to take the shot from the baseline. That's no good, but he is fouled on the play by Ellis. And that will send Porter to the line for 2 free throws. Porter missed the first. Porter missed them both. Rebound taken down by Chamberlain for LA. And the Lakers will try it again down on the offensive end. Clemens with it. Looks over to Robinson. A deep jump shot by Robinson. Not even close. And Chamberlain's a little frustrated. He was calling for the ball there in the low post. Robinson dialed up his own number and wasn't even close on that jump shot. Ball goes back over to Chicago as they look to extend the lead. Minute 14 to play in the first. The ball goes over to King on the perimeter, working against Flynn Robinson. King is going to pull the trigger from 16 feet out. It's no good, but Robinson fouled him, and that will send King to the free throw line for a pair. First shot is good for King. That is his first point of the night. King hits them both, and Chicago's now up 23-10 as we head into the final minute of play here in the first quarter. Clemens with the ball facing off against Weiss. He sends it to Riley. He gets it back. Clemens weaves his way into the lane, runs into Ray. His shot is off the back iron, no good. But Ray is called for the foul, and that is his second. 2 fouls here in limited minutes for Clifford Ray. And Jim Clemens will go to the line for a pair of free throws. Clemens hits the first. Second shot by Clemens is good. But the Lakers still trail by 11, 23-12. Just 48 seconds to play here in the first as Weiss sets up the offense. Bulls running very methodically, sending the ball around the outside, around the perimeter. They dump it in down low to Clifford Ray as the shot clock starts to run down. Ray facing off against Chamberlain. Tries to get one up over Chamberlain, but that's off the rim, no good, and Chamberlain takes the rebound for LA. Lakers are going to try and get something done in transition. Chamberlain outlets to Clemens. Clemens dribbles to his left. Ooh, fakes around King, goes to his left, lays it up,
Clemens.
and good. And that is a field goal for the Lakers, and that cuts the lead to 23-14. It's back into single digits now for the Lakers. 20 seconds on the game clock, 14 on the shot clock. So the Bulls will need to run a play here. They run it to Howard Porter inside. Porter works his way in against Ellis. His short jump shot is good.
Howard Porter.
Chamberlain may have gotten a piece of that one, but the basket is good, and the Chicago lead is back to 11. Now 17 seconds to play in the quarter, and the Lakers will hold for the final shot of the period. It's going to be Riley from the outside putting it up. It's blocked. Ray got him. 1 second to go. Can the Bulls do anything here in the final second? They get it to Weiss, and he cannot get a shot off. All right, that was not a happy first quarter for fans of the Los Angeles Lakers. As we take a look at our first quarter box score. And the bad news we see is that the Lakers shot only 25% from the field, 5 of 20. West 0 for 3, Goodrich 0 for 4. And that is the story. Yeah, Chicago leads 25-14 heading into the second period. Leading scorers in the game, Norm Van Leer with 6 points for the Bulls, along with 2 steals. Burwinkle had a nice quarter with 4 points and 6 rebounds for Chicago. 3 players from LA contributed 4 points apiece, including Jim McMillan, Wilt Chamberlain, and Jim Clemens off the bench. The good news is that it appears that Hairston is ready to return to action for the Lakers, and that will only help their efforts. So we'll give Chamberlain a rest. We'll put Hairston at the power forward and Leroy Ellis down low for the Lakers. Chicago will remain with their second unit intact, although they're going to have to keep an eye on Clifford Ray with those 2 personal fouls. And with the score 25-14, we are ready to return to action. As D. Scott Howard says, what a quarter for the Bulls. And indeed, the Bulls defense in particular acquitted themselves very well in that first quarter. Or you could say a poor quarter for LA, but I think you got to give the Bulls credit. That backcourt duo of Norm Van Leer and Jerry Sloan is a very, very tough matchup for the LA superstar guards of West and Goodrich. And so give the Bulls credit for their ability. This is a tough matchup for LA all around. All right, action will continue here at Chicago Stadium as we begin the second quarter. And at halftime, be sure to tune in for a series of updates from the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. As both teams have their lineups on the floor ready for action here in quarter number 2. Chicago wins the tip, and they will start on offense leading by 11. Ball goes into the hands of King, guarded by Flynn Robinson. King's going to take a look from the outside. His shot bounces off the rim too strong, and the rebound is taken by Leroy Ellis for the Lakers. Ellis with the outlet pass to Jim Clemens, but the Bulls quickly back in transition defense, and Clemens is forced to pull out and start over again. He sends it over to Riley on the baseline. Riley takes it down the baseline, runs into Weiss in the paint. The layup by Riley is no good, but there is a whistle, and the foul is called on Weiss, and that will send Pat Riley to the line for 2 free throws. Riley converts the first, his first point of the night. And Riley hits them both to pull the Lakers back to within 9. 25-16 is your score as Chicago comes back to the offensive end. They get it to Porter down low. Porter working now against Jim Hairston with an inside turnaround jump shot. Pump fakes, spins left, shot's no good. Rebound is taken by Clifford Ray. Here's Ray with the putback attempt. His layup is around the rim and out, and Leroy Ellis takes it out of there for the Lakers. Ellis with another quick outlet to Jim Clemens, and this time they will have the opportunity to do something in transition. Here's Robinson with it over to Clemens on the right-hand side. Clemens missed the layup. Too strong, but he is fouled on the layup by Dinkins, and Clemens will get 2 free throws. On the personal foul, number 1 against Dinkins. Clemens hits the first free throw. Clemens hits them both, and LA is back to within 7. Bulls looking for their first offensive output of the quarter. Ball is in the hands of Weiss out on top, working against Clemens. Chicago runs a motion offense set. They look inside to Jackie Dinkins. They like that little matchup against Riley. Riley tips that one away, and Clemens steals it for LA. Here's another fast break opportunity with Clemens and Riley. Riley dribbles to the free throw line extended, sends it over to Clemens, and Clemens threw it away. Tried a little give and go there, but Clemens led Riley just a little too much, and that one goes out of bounds to Chicago. 10 turnovers now for the Lakers. That is not helping their cause. Chicago now with the basketball. They look inside to Clifford Ray, the open man. Ray posts up against Ellis, turns, shoots,
Clifford
and scores.
Ray.
4 points now for Clifford Ray. Put Chicago back out on top by 9, 27-18. Here come the Lakers. Clemens over to Robinson. Back to Clemens for a long jump shot, no good. And Ray takes the rebound for Chicago. 4-on-4 the other way. Weiss wisely chooses to pull the ball back and reset the offense for Chicago, protecting that 9-point lead. They look inside to Porter. Porter in the lane, steps around Hairston, lays it up and good.
Howard Porter, from Ray.
Nice little interior passing from Clifford Ray to set that one up, and the lead for Chicago is back to double digits. Here's Riley on the outside from the wing. Tiptoes down the lane, dishes it out to Clemens on the perimeter. The jump shot is too strong, but we have got another whistle and a foul on Weiss, and that is 3 team fouls on the Bulls already in this second period. And if LA can't get anything done from the field, maybe they can start getting to the free throw line to cut into this deficit. Clemens hits the first attempt, steadies himself for the second, and knocks it home. And it's back to a 9-point game. 29-20, Chicago with the lead and the basketball. Weiss looks to operate. Sends it over to the wing, gets it back. Working on Clemens. Weiss from the free throw line comes off the screen, takes the jump shot, no good. Well defended by Clemens. Rebound goes to Ellis, and Ellis is fouled. Actually, we've got a whistle on the box out. That foul is going to be called on Jackie Dinkins, and it will be Happy Hairston going to the line for 1 free throw. Hairston, a 78% free throw shooter. Pretty good looking stroke there as he puts that one in. First point of the night for Happy Hairston. And LA is now within 8 as we hit the 10-minute mark to go in the second period. Chicago sends it around to Weiss once again. Free throw line extended. Weiss will take the jump shot. It's tipped away and blocked. Riley got a piece of that one, and Happy Hairston comes out with the rebound for LA. Lakers trying to mount a comeback. They get it to Riley on the baseline, dribbling left. Gets into the lane. He's cut off by Clifford Ray. The shot by Riley is no good. Rebound is batted around and finally corralled by Happy Hairston. Hairston with a putback attempt from close in. He can't get that to fall. Ellis comes into the air for the offensive rebound. Ellis with the putback attempt from 8 feet out is good.
Ellis.
It took him 3 tries, but LA gets the field goal. They're now within 6. Back come the Bulls with Weiss, working on Clemens. Weiss from the top of the key, comes off the screen from Dinkins, goes to his right, lays it up and good.
Bob Weiss.
Nice move by Weiss to get the bucket. Chicago back on top by 8. Outside they look to Hairston. Happy Hairston from the corner. His baseline jump shot is good.
Hairston from Clemens.
Give the assist to Clemens. Lakers back within 6. 9 minutes to play now in the in the second. Ball is in the hands of King. King finds himself trapped in the lane, surrounded by bigger guys, cannot get a shot off. Turns, spins, throws one up. It's around the rim and out, and Flynn Robinson takes the rebound for L.A. Robinson quickly dribbles down the right-hand side of the floor. He's got Clemens in the middle. It's a 2-on-2 break. L.A. on the run. Clemens dribbles it straight down the center of the court, dishes it off to Robinson, and Robinson cannot get the layup to go. Clemens takes the rebound. Clemens cannot get a shot off either. He dribbles it back out on top and waits for the rest of his Laker teammates to come down and set up the offense. Fresh 24 for the Lakers. They still trail by 6. Clemens with it out on top. Now he pulls the trigger from the free throw line. That's no good, and the rebound for Chicago is taken by Ray. Here's a quick outlet pass by Ray to Weiss. Chicago has numbers coming back the other way. Cross-court pass to Weiss. He goes to his left. He lays it up and good.
From Ray.
That's now 6 points for Bob Weiss, and he is tied with Van Leer for the scoring lead for Chicago. Bulls are back on top by 8 as the first units get ready to return to the ball game for both teams. Ball is now in the hands of Riley. Free throw line extended. Working on Dinkins. Riley wants to get inside. He takes it to his left, lays it up and good.
Riley from Robinson.
Nice lead pass from Robinson to set that one up. And the lead is cut back to 6. That's as close as LA has been in a little while here. Chicago back on the offense, looking to extend the lead as the ball is in the hands of Jim King on the perimeter. King's got a good-looking stroke from out there, but he didn't hit that one. Missed that one badly. Out of bounds. Ball goes over to Los Angeles. And with 8:12 to play in the second period, the horn sounds, and we'll have substitutions returning to the ball game. Just in time for Al Red Sox fan. Welcome, Al Red Sox fan, to the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network for Game 3 of the 1971-72 Epic Basketball League Finals. Chicago's defense has been the story in this one. They have forced 10 Laker turnovers and held LA to 29% shooting to establish a 33-27 lead. Chicago has led by as many as 13, but the second unit has been effective for LA and brought the Lakers a little closer here as the starters return to the floor. So Van Leer and Sloan, the dynamic duo for the Chicago backcourt. Chet Walker, Bob Love, and Tom Burwickle all back into the game for the Bulls. And of course, for the Lakers, Jerry West will run the point, Gail Goodrich alongside. Jim McMillan back into the game. Hairston will remain in the game at the power forward, and Wilt Chamberlain comes back in the middle. And we have got all 10 starters on the court for the final 8 minutes here of the first half. LA with the basketball trailing by 6 as Jerry West sets up the offense. Squaring off against Van Leer. West wants to penetrate. He goes hard to the rack. He's fouled by Van Leer. And that is exactly what Bill Sharman told Jerry West to do, is attack the basket and get to the free throw line. And with still 8 minutes to go in the second quarter, LA is already in the bonus. And West steps to the line, misses the second free throw. Jerry Sloan takes the rebound. So 1 for 2 for West from the line, and the lead is cut to 5. It's a 5-point game, Chicago with the lead and the basketball. And thank you, D. Scott, for the series update. It is 1 game apiece here in Game 3 in Chicago Stadium. Sloan has the ball on the outside, facing up against Jim McMillan. He finds Walker inside. Nice little look inside to Walker, but Walker cannot get the layup to go. And Happy Hairston takes the rebound out of there for LA. I don't think Walker realized how wide open he was inside. Kind of surprised him, and he strong-armed the shot just a little bit and was not able to convert. Lakers with the possession now, looking inside to McMillan. McMillan works into the paint and has his pocket picked by Walker. Nice defense on the other side by Walker. Van Leer runs the floor. He takes the outlet, sends it over to Walker on the baseline. Walker drives the baseline, lays it up and good. And he is fouled on the play by West. That's 2 fouls on West. And Chet Walker's going to go to the line with a chance to complete a 3-point play. Walker hits the free throw. That is 6 points on the night for Chet Walker, and the lead for Chicago is back up to 8. 36-28, 7.5 minutes to play, second quarter. The ball goes to Hairston on the baseline. He is followed out there by Bob Love. Hairston with a look. He's knocked to the floor, and we've got a foul away from the ball as Jerry West was knocked to the floor, and he is going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots plus a penalty. That foul is called on Bob Love. Hairston had the ball in the corner. I guess West was trying to cut to the basket for a cut, and Love just grabbed him, and West went down, and he will go to the free throw line. He hits the first. West converts both free throws, and the lead is cut back again to 6. 36-30, Chicago in the lead. Van Leer sets up the offense. They send it in low to Walker. Walker working inside against McMillan. The short jump shot is too strong. Tip by Love is no good. Burwinkle takes the ball out of the air. Burwinkle with the pass back out to the top of the key, but it's stolen away by Jerry West, and LA gets another possession. Under 7 to play. They look inside to McMillan in the rectangle, kisses it off the glass and good.
McMillan.
6 points for McMillan, and the lead is cut to 4. Bulls come back with Van Leer, working on West. Calls the play, sends it over to Sloan. Sloan works down low against Goodrich, 10 on the shot clock. Sloan tries to bully his way into the hoop. His short shot is no good, but he is bumped by Goodrich, and that will send Sloan to the free throw line. 2 shots for Jerry Sloan. His first is good. Sloan missed the second, and the rebound for LA is taken by McMillan. Chicago now up 5. LA back in possession with under 6.5 to play. They get it to West, working on Walker. West attacks the rim, goes to his right. His layup is no good. Body's banging for the board, and it's Van Leer who comes out of there with it for Chicago. Bulls back on offense. They get it to Sloan. Sloan looks to Walker on the wing. Walker from the outside pulls the trigger, way long on that one, but he is fouled by McMillan, and that will send Chet Walker to the line for 2 free throws. Walker good on the first. Put Chicago up by 6. Make it 7 now as Walker hits them both. 39-32, we're at the midway point of the second quarter. LA hanging around in this one. The ball goes into the hands of McMillan. McMillan works his way into the lane against Walker. McMillan from the inside lays it up with the left hand, cannot get it to fall, and Walker takes the rebound out of there for Chicago. The Bulls have numbers in transition. The outlet goes to Walker. Walker off to the races, sends it to Van Leer. Van Leer to his left, dribbles through the lane, lays it up and good.
Norm Van Lier.
Nice little scoop shot by Norm Van Leer to convert that one and put Chicago back on top by 9. 41-32. LA with the basketball in the hands of West. West has an open look as he comes off the screen. He's guarded by Love. He cannot get the jump shot to fall, and Walker takes the rebound for Chicago. Now it's 5-on-4 the other way with Chamberlain lagging behind in the rear. Walker with the outlet pass to Love. Love dribbles to his left, sends it to Van Leer. Van Leer drives the lane, lays it up and good.
Norm Van Lier from Love.
So Van Leer is the first player on either team to hit double figures. He's got 10, and the Chicago lead is back to double digits, 43-32. Lakers trying to make something happen. They find McMillan on the baseline. Another missed shot for the Lakers. Another rebound for the Bulls as Tom Burwinkle pulls this one down and gains another possession for his squad. Chicago gets it over to Sloan. 17 on the shot clock. Sloan works on Goodrich. Tries to get his way into the lane and double dribbles. Turnover for Chicago. That is their 8th of the game. And LA with 11 for the game. Both teams have more turnovers than assists. That is not efficient offense on either end of the court. LA with the basketball now. West has it. Calls a play, sends it over to Goodrich. It's going to be Goodrich trying to get into the lane. He collides with Burwinkle. His layup is no good. But we have got a whistle, and the foul is called on Burwinkle. And that will send Goodrich to the line for free throws. Goodrich, a very smooth free throw shooter, 85% on the regular season. And he hits the first, missed the second, but he will get the bonus now on the 3 to make 2. And he converts that one. First 2 points of the night for Gail Goodrich. And the lead for Chicago is 9. 5 minutes to play now in the half. Chicago works it to Walker on the perimeter. Walker works against McMillan out there. And McMillan picks his pocket and steals it. Nice rip by Jim McMillan. Gives LA another possession. Let's see if they can convert. They get it to West, and West is going to go on the attack. He dribbles. Sends it to McMillan. McMillan drops it, picks it back up. Tries to get it back out to Hairston. Terrible pass. Stolen away by Sloan. And now it's a 4-on-3 going the other way as Chicago pushes it quickly up the court. Walker has it on the right side. Sends it across to Sloan. Back to Walker. They get it to Love down low, and Love lays it up and good.
Bob Love from Walker.
Good ball movement on that transition opportunity by Chicago. 4 passes, and they find Bob Love all by himself under the basket for the score. And Chicago is back on top by double digits, 45-34. LA looks inside to Hairston. Little inside-out game to Goodrich. Goodrich into the lane, stops and pops. That's no good. And Love takes the rebound for Chicago. Another missed opportunity for the Lakers there. Here's Van Leer on the outside. He's got his pass stolen by Goodrich. And now the Lakers have a 3-on-1 coming back the other way. Goodrich is going to go the length of the floor with it. He lays it up and good.
Goodrich.
Easy 2 for Gail Goodrich. Cuts the lead to 9. Chicago with the basketball. They get it to Van Leer. Lobs it inside to Walker. Walker couldn't handle that pass. It's dropped out of bounds for another turnover. LA trailing by 9 and trying to get closer. As they're going to try and dump it into the paint. West has it out on top. Sends it into Hairston. It's tipped away by Sloan and stolen. More good defense by the Bulls. Chicago back the other way. They find Love down on the baseline. Love in the middle. Turns. Goes to his left hand. Shoots. And it's blocked. Hairston tipped it out of the air. Chet Walker takes it down for Chicago. Here's Walker with a putback attempt. That's no good. And West gets out of there with the rebound for LA. Good effort that time by the Los Angeles defense to deny Chicago and regain possession. Goodrich has it on the outside for the Lakers. He gets a good look at a perimeter jump shot and he drills it.
From McMillan.
Nicely done by Goodrich. 45-38 now is the score in favor of the Bulls. Bulls back on offense. They look inside to Walker. Walker slides into the paint. The short jump shot around McMillan is no good, and Chamberlain takes the board for LA. We've got a whistle and a foul on the rebound. That is going to go against Los Angeles. They call that foul on Hairston, and it will be Tom Burwinkle headed to the line for one shot for the Bulls. Leading by 7 as Burwinkle steps to the line and hits it. The lead is now 8, 46-38 as we approach 3 minutes to go before halftime. West comes off a screen, gets the pass from Goodrich, takes the outside jump shot, it's blocked. Chet Walker got a piece of that one, and Burwinkle pulled it down for Chicago. More good defense by the Bulls, gains them another possession. Here's Van Leer with it. Top of the key. Sends it to Love on the outside, and Love has his ball taken away by Hairston. Another steal for the Lakers. Here's a transition opportunity for LA with West in the lead. Dribbling to his left. Takes it into the lane. His shot is blocked. Hairston takes the rebound. Hairston on the putback attempt. His short jump shot is good.
Hairston
and he's
scores.
fouled in the act by Walker. Very alert play by Hairston. He was trailing the break. It looked like West had a layup, but Burwinkle got a piece of it, and Hairston alertly grabbed it, put it back in, and drew the foul on Walker. Happy Hairston to the free throw line. And he converts the three-point play, and that cuts the lead to 5. 46-41, now 2:40 to play before halftime. Chicago with the basketball. They go inside to Bob Love. 18 feet out. Works his way down low. Turnaround jump shot is no good. But on the rebound, we've got a whistle and a loose ball foul, and that is again going to go on Hairston. That is his second, and it will be Burwinkle to the line for one shot for the Bulls. Burwinkle missed the free throw, and the rebound is taken down by Chamberlain. LA with the basketball. They only trail by 5 with 2.5 to play before halftime. They get it on the outside to Goodrich. Goodrich wants to go on the attack. He goes hard to the rack, lays it up, and good.
Goodrich from McMillan.
Nice little back pick there by Happy Hairston, freed up Goodrich for the layup. He's got 8 points now, and he leads the Laker starters. The lead has been cut to 3, 46-43. It has been a rough and tumble game here with lots of turnovers and poor shooting. Good defense on both ends, and the Lakers have managed to keep it close in spite of a subpar performance here in half number 1. The ball goes into the hands of Jerry Sloan with 12 on the shot clock. Sloan wants to work his way into the lane. He pivots, he drives. Chamberlain cuts him off, and on the help side defense, Sloan is forced to alter the shot, and it's no good. And the rebound is taken down by Bob Love. Love with the putback attempt for Chicago. From point-blank range, that is no good. And Hairston finally comes out of there with the rebound for L.A. Boy, the rebound battle has been even. 27 per side, with 8 offensive rebounds per side. This game is about as evenly matched as they come. And the score reflects that. 46-43, the Lakers trailing, but looking to cut further into the lead with now under 2 minutes to play before halftime. The pass goes inside to McMillan. Sloan bodies him up down low, and Sloan tips it away. McMillan picks it up, but he's called for the 3-second violation. Good defense by Sloan down there on the low block against the bigger McMillan. Chicago gains possession. Minute 42 to play. Bulls get the ball to Sloan on the wing. 16 on the shot clock. He's going to look inside for Bob Love. Love backing down against Hairston. Hairston tipped it away and stole it. Good defense by the Lakers on that possession. Here's Goodrich with the basketball on the wing. Steps around Sloan, tries to get into the lane, and Sloan wouldn't have it. Sloan steals it and regains possession for Chicago. That is 11 steals for the Bulls. Here's an open look in transition for Van Leer.
Norm Van Lier from Burwinkle.
5 field goals in a row for Van Leer. He's now got 12 points to lead all scorers. He's probably the most valuable player of this game so far, as Chicago has pushed the lead back to 5 as we approach 1 minute to play before halftime. And the pass goes into Chamberlain down low for LA. Chamberlain is one guy that can help in there, and he hits that short jump shot.
Chamberlain from West.
Off of a dazzling pass by Jerry West to pull LA back to within 3. 57 seconds to play now as Chicago walks the ball back from left to right. They get it into the hands of Sloan with 16 on the shot clock. Sloan sends it to Love on the baseline. His jump shot from 11 feet out is no good, and Hairston takes another rebound for Los Angeles. Love is on a cold streak. He's only got 4 points tonight. Back the other way come the Lakers. They look inside to Hairston. Working against Love down low. They can't get it to him. They send it out to Goodrich on the perimeter. Goodrich has a look at an outside jump shot. Instead, he drops it off down low to Hairston on the cut. Hairston with the curl. His shot won't go. Chamberlain takes the rebound off the offensive glass. It's Chamberlain who draws the whistle, and it is illegal contact ruled against Chamberlain on that rebound. That is the first foul of the night on Chamberlain, and possession will go back to Chicago with 30 seconds remaining in the quarter. 48-45, Chicago still in the lead. As they line things up here now with 22 to play. The ball goes to Sloan on the wing. Sloan will attack. Gets into the lane, lays it up and good.
Jerry Sloan from Van Leer.
Jerry Sloan just too strong for Gail Goodrich on those drives to the hoop. He's got 5 points now, and Chicago leads by 5 as LA sets up for the final shot of the quarter. Down by 5. They get it to West outside. He puts the ball on the floor. He goes to his left and lays it up and good. That is the end of the first half, as West got a good-looking screen out there from McMillan and got loose for the layup at the buzzer to cut the lead to 3. Boy, it just felt like Chicago was outplaying LA the entire first half, and at halftime the difference is only 3 points, as LA was able to put up 31, actually make it 33 in the second quarter after only scoring 14 in the first quarter. Your leading scorers of the game for LA are Gail Goodrich with 8 and Clemens with 8. Norm Van Leer for Chicago leads all scorers with 12. As we look at the second quarter scoring, Goodrich got all 8 of his points in the second. Van Leer with 6 for Chicago in the second. As we say good evening to JT, welcome to the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. It is halftime of game number 3 of the championship finals, 1971-72 Epic Basketball League action play, as the Chicago Bulls, with the series tied 1-1, have a 3-point lead in their home stadium here in game 3. And as we show the box score once again, we'll give you a quick update on happenings around the Epic Broadcasting Network. Good news and bad news. The good news is that my wife gets the weekend off this week, so we're going to hang out and do some things. There won't be anything on the channel tomorrow, most likely. So enjoy the weekend. On Sunday, we'll be back with My Journey with Jesus, and we're going to talk about miracles. Should be fun. Next week, we will be back in action with the Game 4 of this series between the Bulls and the Lakers. It's been an interesting week in Heartland Championship Wrestling. Never a dull moment with the action from the Heartland. And quickly, we'll review some of the events that took place. In the Atlantic Wrestling Federation, that show ran this week in Charlotte. It's been an interesting week in the Atlantic Wrestling Federation. The main feud in the AWF has been a heel versus heel faction feud between the Four Horsemen and the team known as the SoCal Crew, run by SoCal Val. SoCal Val has amassed some talent in the form of Rick Rude and the Big Cat Ernie Ladd and Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig. And that crew has really seen some good success battling against the Horsemen. And to make matters even worse for the Horsemen, a new alliance has been formed between SoCal Val and a new manager in the area, the Fallen Angel, and her charges the Powers of Pain. So Warlord and Barbarian have joined forces with the SoCal Crew, and they have made life very difficult for the Horsemen. And in fact, this Wednesday night, the Powers of Pain made their presence felt in the middle of the Atlantic Championship Wrestling heavyweight title match between the Destroyer and Sting, as it was Sting who was attacked outside of the ring by the Powers of Pain that led him to lose that match to the reigning and defending champion, the Destroyer. Barry Windham was at ringside for that match as he is scouting out his opponent as the number one contender. And it was actually the shenanigans between the Horsemen and the SoCal Crew that led to the turn of events that led to Sting losing that match. And we have had a match signed for the pay-per-view broadcast next weekend, which will be on the channel. 6-man tag team action as Rick Rude, along with the Powers of Pain, Warlord, and Barbarian, will take on Barry Windham, Tully Blanchard, and Arn Anderson representing the Four Horsemen. So that should be a stellar matchup. Also next weekend we will see Ric Flair defend the NWA World Heavyweight Championship against the Destroyer. So fun times in Heartland Championship Wrestling this week. And Heartland will be back on the air next week with pay-per-view action from Memphis. All right, let's get back to action here in the basketball game, as D. Scott Howard visited both locker rooms during the halftime break and found that neither coach was happy with that second quarter. And indeed, that is the case as we get ready for action here in the third. It will be the starting lineups for both teams returning to action. Everybody is fresh. Nobody is in any kind of significant foul trouble. And as we begin things, the referee tosses the ball in the air, and it's controlled by Los Angeles. Lakers trail by 3, 50-47, as we kick things off here in quarter number 3. And the ball goes back out on the perimeter to Goodrich. Goodrich wants to attack. They had good success on the attack in the second quarter. Goodrich gets into the lane, but his shot is blocked by Burwinkle and rebounded out of there by Jerry Sloan for Chicago. As we say hello and welcome to Steve Tower in the chat room. Steve, it is an honor to have you here on hand at Chicago Stadium for Game 3 of the 1971-72 Epic Basketball League Championship Finals, as the Bulls and Lakers are tied at 1 game apiece. And we're just kicking off the third quarter of action with Chicago leading by 3. Inside, the pass goes to Chet Walker. Walker in the paint, guarded by McMillan. Stops, turns, shoots. Cannot get it to fall, but he is fouled on the play by McMillan. And that will send Chet Walker to the free throw line for 2 shots. Walker hits the first. The second shot by Walker is good. And he has 10 points now for Chicago. Bulls now lead by 5. LA again with the basketball. He goes to West out on top. West is going to go on the attack. Sends it over to McMillan. Gets it back. Stops and takes the jump shot from 16 feet out.
McMillan.
And it is good.
West.
Good looking shot there by McMillan. LA is back to within 3. Chicago comes back and finds Walker on the baseline. Walker with the perimeter jump shot. It's long and too strong. Around the rim and out. The rebound is kicked out of bounds. Possession goes to LA. LA with the possession now. Trailing by 3 and looking to cut further into the lead. They find McMillan in the paint. Good look by West to find McMillan. McMillan cannot get the shot to go. He gets his own rebound, sends it back out to West for a fresh 24. West sends it over to Goodrich on the wing. Goodrich gets a step on Sloan, gets around to the outside, gets the layup in. It is good.
Goodrich from Hairston.
Nice back cut by Goodrich. Hairston found him with the pass, and the Lakers are within 1 after trailing by as many as 13 in the first half. LA has found some success attacking the basket. Chicago needs to make some adjustments. The Bulls send it inside to Love. We've got a whistle. What's the call? And it is an offensive foul on Bob Love as he bowled over Hairston in the paint. And the ball goes back to Los Angeles with the opportunity to take the lead. Lakers to set things up. They go down inside to Chamberlain. Chamberlain has 6 points, 5 rebounds on the night. He's working against Burwinkle. He cannot get the shot to go, but Love fouled him, and that is his 4th. A big turn of events as Love picks up back-to-back fouls. He's going to have to go to the bench and be replaced here early in the third quarter as he has picked up his 4th foul. That sends Will Chamberlain to the free throw line. And wonder of wonder, miracle of miracles, Will Chamberlain hits a free throw. And that ties the game at 52 as Howard Porter checks into the game for Chicago. Second shot by Chamberlain is good. He hit 2 in a row. How about that? LA has a lead 53-52, only their second lead of the night. And we are 2 minutes deep into quarter number 3. The ball goes inside to Burwinkle. Burwinkle has McMillan on him on the switch. Room for a shot, and he converts.
Tom Burwinkle.
That puts Chicago back on top by 1. Lakers come back with West. West is going to go on the attack once again. He drives. He looks for Chamberlain down low. It's knocked away, out of bounds. LA will keep possession with now 8 seconds on the shot clock. They go once again to West, and he is back on the attack. From 18 feet out, he dribbles to his left. He stops. He pops. Oh, and he's called for the offensive foul. Must have cleared out with that left arm. And that is number 3 on West. And Chicago regains possession, still ahead 54-53 early in the third. The Bulls set the offense. They're going to run it again through Sloan. Sloan goes baseline, steps around Goodrich, drops it off to Porter for the 10-foot jump shot. Porter cannot get it to go, but he is fouled on the play by Hairston. And now it is, foul trouble on both sides, starting to pile up here in the early third quarter. Porter misses the first free throw. But he is able to convert the second, and that puts Chicago back on top by 2. And while we have a moment here, something very interesting, I believe it was on Steve Towers' channel this week, that I watched for the very first time the sport of highlight. Steve, was that your channel where I saw that, or was that Keith's channel? I believe highlight was on Steve's channel, and I thought that was very intriguing, very interesting game. Okay, LA with the basketball, trailing by 2. Here's West with a look from 18 feet out. He swings it to Goodrich. Back to West, and West drills the jump shot. And he is fouled on the play
West
by
scores
Van Leer.
From Goodrich.
West converts the jump shot and has a chance to put LA back on top if he can convert the free throw here. It is good, and LA is back on top by 1, 56-55. One last question for Steve Tower about the highlight game last week. And my question for you, Steve, is does the highlight game provide a mechanism to allow you to create your own highlight players? I would love to see a highlight tournament involving players like Steve Tower and Dave Gardner and D. Scott Howard and the likes all lined up waiting to play highlight against one another with all the side bets and all the side action going on. That would be a fun YouTube broadcast if members of the community could be made into highlight players. So I'll wait to hear your response to that, Steve. And Chicago has the basketball now, and once again, rarely facing a deficit here on the scoreboard. 56-55, LA in the lead. The ball goes inside to Burwinkle. Burwinkle guarded closely by Chamberlain. That's a tough matchup. Burwinkle is going to look for a cutter. Can he find a cutter? No. He steps around Chamberlain. His layup won't go down, and Chamberlain takes the rebound for the Lakers. And the Lakers go to the offense. They get it inside to Chamberlain. Chamberlain working against Burwinkle in the paint. His finger roll is good.
Chamberlain from West.
And that gives the Lakers a 3-point lead, their largest of the night. How about that, sports fans? Yeah, Steve said there's not currently a method to create players, but the cards are pretty simple. So you could probably make some up. That would be fun to do and just put that out there on the channel. As we say goodnight to Al Red Sox fan, take care. Hope to see you back for half number 2 here, as this is shaping up to be a good ball game. Chicago down by 3 with the basketball. Again, they go inside to Burwinkle. Burwinkle this time is going to go ahead and turn and shoot the short jump shot, and he scores.
Tom Burwinkle.
Bring it up on the assist by Van Leer. The lead is cut to 1. Back come the Lakers. They get it into the hands of Goodrich. Goodrich on the back cut. Pivots. Fakes left. Drives. Sends it over to Hairston. The jump shot from Hairston is no good. The tip by Walker is no good. It's taken out of there by West, and West sends it back to Goodrich for a new shot clock. It goes to Goodrich again. This time he is going to go for the jump shot from the free throw line, extended,
Goodrich
and he scores.
from West.
Nice looking stroke there by Goodrich. LA goes back on top by 3. Under 8.5 to play in the third. Inside the ball goes to Sloan. Sloan is in the tall trees there, posting up on Goodrich, but he turns and gets the jump shot to go.
From Walker.
Nice low post move there by Jerry Sloan. Not ordinarily considered a post player, but he converted on that opportunity. The lead is once again 1. LA with the basketball and the lead. The ball is in the hands of Jerry West. He pulls the trigger from the free throw line. That's no good, but he is fouled by Van Leer, and that is number 4 on Van Leer. Foul trouble piling up for the Bulls as West steps to the free throw line for 2 shots. The first shot is good, and with that the horn sounds, and into the game for Chicago is Bob Weiss, replacing Van Leer with the foul trouble. Second shot by West is good, and that puts LA back on top by 3. Bob Weiss now running the show for the Bulls. Sends it over to Sloan. Sloan on the wing. Gets the screen. Gets into the lane. His jump shot is no good off the back iron, but Tom Burwinkle pulls the offensive rebound for Chicago. That is 10 boards for the big man from Tennessee. Burwinkle cannot get the putback to drop, but Sloan comes in and clears the offensive glass. Sloan goes for the putback. There's a whistle, and he's called for the offensive foul. Sloan got the rebound cleanly, but in his efforts to clear some space to put up the putback attempt, lowered the shoulder, bowled over Goodrich, and the referees called him for the offensive foul. That's his first foul of the night. Give credit to Sloan. Very physical ball player, yet has been only guilty of the 1 foul here so far tonight. Lakers are going to go inside to Chamberlain in the paint. Another finger roll and another basket for Wilt. And he is fouled on the play by Burwinkle.
Chamberlain scores from West.
Touch foul by Burwinkle. He is not happy about that. We'll see if Chamberlain can make 3 foul shots in a row as he heads to the line. And quickly now, Chicago with 4 team fouls in this period. And oh my goodness, Wilt hits another free throw. He's got 13 points. That leads all scorers. And it is Wilt's game here in the third quarter. LA is now up by 6. 65-59, and it is Chicago struggling on the offensive end this quarter. Here's Sloan on the wing. Sloan steps into the lane, drives it into the paint, lays it up and good.
Jerry Sloan, from Boerwinkle.
That ends the scoring drought for Chicago and pulls the Bulls back to within 4. 7 minutes to play in the third, as West gets a look at a jump shot from the outside, and he cannot get it to go. Boerwinkle with another rebound for Chicago. Back come the Bulls. They get it inside to Boerwinkle. Boerwinkle steps away down the baseline, looks for a cutter, finds Sloan. Sloan on his way to the hole. Tries to dump it back down low to Porter. No one was there for that pass, and it's stolen away by Jerry West. Here come the Lakers in transition. West has Goodrich and Hairston on the wings. Goodrich down the right-hand side of the floor. Drops it back inside to West, who lays it up and good. The Lakers are on a run here in the third. They have extended once again to a 6-point lead. 6.5 to play in the quarter. Here's Weiss with an open look from the free throw line. He fakes. He gets it inside to Porter. Porter cannot get the short rainbow to go. It's blocked by Chamberlain. Battle for the rebound inside, and a loose ball foul is called on Bob Weiss, and that is his third. So already we've got Van Leer with 4 now, Weiss with 3, as the foul trouble for the Bulls is mounting here in quarter number 3. And Chamberlain cannot convert the free throw. The rebound is taken down off the offensive glass by Hairston, though. He snuck around Boerwinkle to steal that rebound. His putback attempt is off the back iron, no good, but he is fouled on the play. And that one goes against Sloan. And that will be the bonus for the Los Angeles Lakers. As rumors are running rampant around the court side that Wilt was seen talking with Rick Barry before the game tonight. Possibly learning some underhanded free throw stylings to get his percentages up, as Hairston now converts the first. Good looking stroke on that one. Hairston misses the second, but he will now go to the line for the bonus. He hits the bonus, and that puts LA up by 8. 69-61 is your score here midway through the third. This third quarter has belonged in total to the LA Lakers. Chicago trying to get something done on the offensive end. They've got Weiss guarded closely by West. Weiss comes off the screen from Boerwinkle, gets into the lane, and West poked it away and stole it. Good alert play by West, slipping under the screen, coming up with a steal. Here's a transition opportunity for LA the other way. West drops it off to Goodrich, but Goodrich threw it away. Ball goes back over to Chicago, and we are at the midway point of the third with the score, Los Angeles 69, Chicago 61. The open man for Chicago is Porter on the baseline. Working out there against Hairston. The baseline jump shot by Porter is no good, and Hairston takes the rebound. LA with another opportunity in transition. West in the lead. Dribbles to his left. Sends it to Hairston. Hairston drives it to the baseline, lays it up and good.
Hairston, from West.
Nicely set up by West there. 13 points, 8 assists now for West, as Hairston gets his 10th point of the night, and the Lakers now lead by 10. What an impressive third period performance we are seeing, as Al Red Sox fan is now with ID Jester on a live chat session. So I'm sure those two will have plenty of interesting tales to swap on the ID Jester network. Bulls come back inside to Chet Walker. Walker in the low post, turns, lays it up, no good. And the rebound is taken down off the offensive glass by Boerwinkle. Boerwinkle on the putback attempt flips it up. That's no good. Sloan crashes the offensive boards. He grabs that one and sends it back to Weiss. Chicago will reset. Chicago now gets it to Weiss out on top. Weiss with an open look at a jump shot. Dribbles to his left. Oh, poked away and stolen by West. Nice play by Jerry West. He is showing the best of his form tonight. Here come the Lakers back in transition. West dribbles down the center of the court, and he is fouled by Weiss in transition. West will go to the line for 2 free throws. What a run we have seen by the Lakers here tonight. The first quarter, the first half, the Chicago Stadium crowd was loving the action as Chicago pulled out to a lead as big as 13. But here in the third quarter, Jerry West and his squad have silenced the crowd here at Chicago Stadium. West makes both free throws. He's got 15 points on the night. LA now up by 12. 5:14 to play in the third. Ball goes over to Sloan. Sloan this time is going to see about getting it inside to Porter. They get it to Burwinkle. Burwinkle drops it, picks it up. His shot is no good, and Hairston with another rebound for Los Angeles. This time they'll walk it back the other way as the Bulls hustle back on defense. Open in the transition on the wing is McMillan, but he cannot get the shot to fall. It rolls around and out, and the rebound goes to Burwinkle. Boy, Burwinkle's having a nice game for Chicago. 9 points now, 13 rebounds. And now he's got to look inside against Chamberlain. Burwinkle shoots the short jump shot and converts.
Tom Burwinkle.
How about that? Burwinkle around Chamberlain gets that one to go, and that ends the 8-0 run by the Lakers. Burwinkle now with the double-double, 11 points and 13 rebounds, bringing Chicago back to within 10. 73-63. The ball goes on the wing to Goodrich. Goodrich wants to attack. He gets a pick from Chamberlain. But as he makes his move, he has his dribble stolen away by Sloan. Good defense by Jerry Sloan for the Bulls, and they needed to stop in the worst way on that possession. They get it inside to Walker. Walker working down low. Turnaround jump shot is good. Actually, that one spun out, and Burwinkle with the tip-in for Chicago. Give that basket to Burwinkle. His stellar performance continues. 73-65. Lakers by 8. They get it over to Goodrich once again on the perimeter. This time he opts for the outside jumper. Fakes the jump shot. Tries to bounce pass it into McMillan. It is knocked away out of bounds. Ball will go back to Chicago. Turnovers piling up for both teams. As Chicago comes back in the possession looking to cut into an 8-point lead. They look to the perimeter to Walker. Walker from the baseline puts it up strong. Off the back iron, no good. And the rebound taken by Goodrich for LA as we say hello to Jake Cruz. Jake Cruz here to check out some basketball action in the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network tonight. Here's Hairston with it on the perimeter, working against Porter. He's got to look at a baseline jump shot, but he cannot get it to drop. There's a scramble for the loose ball, and Hairston picks it up for LA. Hairston looks to put it back through. He steps around Porter, lays it up, and good. And he is fouled on the play by Porter. Porter thought he was going to come out of there with the loose ball, but Hairston ripped it away. And Porter got him on the arm as Hairston went up for the putback. That will send Hairston to the line for the free throw attempt, and it's good. Second units are getting ready on the sidelines, and at the next dead ball, we'll see substitutions. But right now, Chicago trails by 11, 76-65, setting up the offense. They're going to run it through Sloan again. Sloan drives his way into the lane, lays it up, no good. And Chamberlain takes the rebound for LA. West and Goodrich want to run again. They've gotten everything they wanted this quarter. Here's West dribbling down the center of the lane. Sends it to Goodrich on the baseline. Goodrich cannot get the layup to go. It is tipped around, and Walker comes out of there with it for Chicago. Missed opportunity that time for the Lakers as the Bulls come back with possession. They look out on top to Weiss. Weiss sends it into Walker. Walker with a jump shot in close, and that is good. And the lead is cut to 9. 76-67. Here's West from the outside with a look at a jump shot. Fakes the jump shot. Tries to get it into Chamberlain. No good. Kicked away out of bounds to Chicago. And with 2:46 to play, we have a horn, and substitutions will come in for both teams. The usual suspects for LA, Clemens and Robinson in the backcourt. Pat Riley with John Trapp at the forwards and Leroy Ellis inside. And for Chicago, it's going to be Weiss who will remain in the game at the point. Jim King will come in at the 2 guard. Jackie Dinkins at the 3. Let's see what we can do here. Shooting guard. Okay, we're going to stick with Walker to play with Ray and Burwinkle, as Howard Porter needs a rest. And Love and Van Leer are both out with foul trouble. So we'll see if Burwinkle can ride it out for the rest of the quarter. Let's see, can we put... And Dinkins will come in for Walker. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Ray and Burwinkle playing together, that should be a powerful rebounding combination for Chicago. Not sure where they're going to get the offense with this unit. They'll have to try it through Weiss. Weiss sends it over to Dinkins. Dinkins looking to distribute. Instead pulls the trigger from the baseline. That's too strong. Burwinkle with the offensive rebound. Burwinkle with a putback attempt over Ellis. He can't get that to go. He gets his own miss again. Burwinkle with another shot at it. And this time his layup is blocked. Ellis got a piece of that one. And in the mad scramble for the ball, it is Ellis who breaks out of there with it for Los Angeles. Quick outlet to Clemens. LA with an opportunity in transition. Here's Robinson dashing down the right-hand side of the court. Gets it to Riley in the middle. Riley goes to the left hand, lays it up, and cannot get it to drop. Missed opportunity there for Pat Riley. And Chicago takes the rebound, and they will bring it back slowly. Bulls trail by 9. They get the ball into the hands of King on the outside. King's got to look at an open jump shot, but he cannot get it to drop. And in the loose ball scramble, it is Leroy Ellis with the rebound for LA. Here's another quick outlet, and this time the Lakers have a 3-on-1. Flynn Robinson on the right side. Drives into the lane, lays it up and goes.
Robinson.
Nicely done by Robinson. Puts LA back on top by 11. And that is the first points of the game for Flynn Robinson off the bench. Usually he's a very productive scorer for the second unit. Lakers lead by 11. Chicago now gets it into the hands of Dinkins. Shot clock is running out. They get it to King on the outside. King's going to have to pull the trigger quickly. And it's Weiss who ends up putting the shot up. Wild shot from the key is no good. And Clemens takes the rebound down for Los Angeles. Lakers bring it back the other way. Under 2 minutes to play in the quarter. Here's a jump shot by Clemens that's no good. And Burwinkle claims his 17th rebound of the night for Chicago. I don't know where the Bulls would be in this game without the stellar performance of Tom Burwinkle. The ball goes to Weiss on the outside. Weiss with a good look at a jump shot from the free throw line. That's no good. And John Trapp takes the rebound for LA. LA now with another opportunity in transition. The quick outlet goes to Clemens. Clemens drives down the center of the court. Fakes left. Passes left. Riley misses another layup. That's 2 opportunities missed there by Riley tonight. And now the Bulls have 2-on-2 going the other way with Weiss. Weiss and Dinkins. Weiss to his right. Cross courts it to Dinkins. We've got a whistle. And Dinkins traveled. Another whistle, and we're going to go back to the Chicago bench. As it's going to be Porter coming back into the game to play the power forward position a little bit longer, and they're going to give Burwinkle a rest. They're just going to have to juggle bodies down there in the low post for Chicago until they can past the time enough to get Bob Love back into the game with those 4 fouls. Still plenty of time. Third quarter, leads only 11. Plenty of time for Chicago to make a run. But right now it's the Lakers on offense, leading by 11. Ball in the hands of John Trapp down low. Trapp works it in against Porter into the paint. His shot from in close is good. And he's fouled
Trapp
on the play by
scores.
Dinkins. More free throws for Los Angeles. They have really established quite a free throw margin in this one, as Trapp hits that one. And Los Angeles now with a 29-13 advantage from the free throw line, and that makes up the entirety of their 14-point lead. As the aggressive attacks of the Lakers have paid off here in the third. Ball goes into Clifford Ray for Chicago. Ray down the lane, shovels it to Dinkins. Dinkins is fouled by Ellis. That foul is called on the floor, so it will just be one shot for Jackie Dinkins. Not a good free throw shooter, and was not watching Wilt Chamberlain shoot free throws earlier. He misses that one, but Clifford Ray pulls the rebound out of there for the Bulls. Ray can't get the follow-up to go, and Leroy Ellis pulls the rebound for Los Angeles. As we enter the final minute of play here in the third quarter, Los Angeles firmly in control with a 14-point lead. They have dominated this third quarter. Here's Riley with it on the baseline. Heads to the hole with speed. His reverse layup spins out, and the rebound is taken down for Chicago by Howard Porter. Back the other way come the Bulls. 38 on the game clock. 17 on the shot clock as the pass goes into Ray. Ray down low working against Ellis. Unloads from point-blank range. Not the easiest shot, halfway in and out, but he is fouled on the play by John Trapp. And that will be free throws for Clifford Ray. Ray not a real good free throw shooter, only 62%, but he gets the first one to go. And Ray hits the second. He's got 6 points, and the lead is cut to 12. 35 seconds to play for LA as Clemens sets up the offense. Clemens working against Weiss on a clear out. Clemens wants to get to the basket. Fakes right, dribbles left, fouled by Weiss. And that is 5 on Weiss. I don't know how I missed that, but Weiss just picked up his 5th personal foul, and we're not even done with the third quarter. Clemens missed the first free throw, and it is going to be up to little-used Jimmy Collins to run the point for the Bulls here the rest of the way, the rest of the period. As Clemens hits the second free throw, he's got 9 points on the night, and Chicago is down 13 as the Bulls have the basketball. 28 on the game clock, 24 on the shot clock. The pass goes inside to Howard Porter. They haven't gotten much out of Porter here tonight, but he gets free against John Trapp and shoots the 10-footer and scores that one for his 7th point of the night. And with an 11-point lead, the Lakers can now hold for the final shot of the third period. Clemens holding the ball, dribbling down the time. They get a trap in traffic. His little jump shot is no good. And that will be the end of quarter number 3. Let's take a look at your third quarter box score. 35 points for Los Angeles in the period. And I bet you a good number of those were from the free throw line. As we take a look at our game tally. And in the third quarter, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points from the free throw line in the third quarter for Los Angeles has helped them to an 81-72 lead. Excuse me, 82-71. It is an 11-point lead. And for LA, a 30-15 advantage from the free throw line. Jerry West with 15 to lead all scorers. He's also got 8 assists and 9 of 11 from the free throw line. And it was really West taking a much more aggressive attitude to begin the third quarter that set the wheels in motion for the LA comeback. Hairston and Chamberlain with 13 apiece, Goodrich with 12 for the Lakers. Lots of foul trouble for Chicago, as you've got Van Leer with 4, Love with 4, Weiss with 5. Burwinkle, your leading scorer, with 13 points and a huge 17 rebounds and 3 block shots for Burwinkle. He is single-handedly keeping Chicago close in this one as we head to the fourth quarter. And with the Lakers leading by 11, there will be some changes for Chicago. Lakers will stick with the second unit to start things off. Chicago's got some more juggling to do as they are going to start the fourth quarter with Burwinkle returning to action and Ray to save some time for Love. But because they're trailing by the extent that they are trailing, we're going to go ahead and try Van Leer for a couple minutes. And if he picks up his 5th foul, we'll have to bring Jimmy Collins back into the game. But in this situation, trailing by 11 in the championship final round, they got to be a little more aggressive. The referee tosses the tip into the air to start the fourth quarter. It is controlled by Chicago. Bulls now trail by 11. The ball is in the hands of Norm Van Leer. Sends it over to King. King from the perimeter. Looking for help. He gets it back to Van Leer. Van Leer's going to take the outside jump shot. That's no good. Clemens with the tough defense and Leroy Ellis with the rebound for Chicago. LA wants to run. Clemens has the ball with Robinson and Riley on the wings. They get it to Riley on the left wing. Cross court to Robinson. Robinson drives baseline but cannot get the layup to go. And the rebound is taken down by Clifford Ray for Chicago. Now the Bulls have 4 on 3 going the other way. King on the baseline. Sends it cross court to Dinkins. Dinkins cannot get the layup to go, but he is fouled on the play by Clemens, and it will be Jackie Dinkins to go to the free throw line for 2 shots for the Bulls. Dinkins, a rookie out of Voorhees, the number 23 overall draft pick in the 1971 draft for Chicago. Makes the first. That is his first point of the evening. Dinkins missed the second, and Trapp takes the rebound for LA. Lakers lead by 10, 82-72 here opening up the fourth quarter. Clemens facing a trap, looking for help. He's going to send it to Riley on the wing. Riley from the outside tries to get it back to Clemens. Shouldn't have made that pass. It's out of play. Ball goes over to Chicago on the turnover. Both teams below 39% from the field for this one now, as the defenses have continued to play strong. But it's been the foul trouble for Chicago that has enabled LA to build this big lead. As D. Scott Howard says, this could be a big statement quarter for LA in the series. And you're absolutely right, D. Scott, because after winning Game 2, Chicago gained the home court advantage, but LA is looking to take the home court advantage back right here in Game 3. Chicago sets up the offense. They look inside to the open man, Dinkins. Dinkins on the low block, working down there against Pat Riley. His short jump shot is good.
Jackie Dinkins
helping out the second unit there and pulling Chicago within 8. 82-74 now your score as Clemens brings the Lakers back on offense. His outside jump shot is good.
Clemens from Ellis.
Nice little two-man game there with Leroy Ellis. Gets Clemens open for the jump shot, and he converts that. He's now got double digits off the bench for LA. Back come the Bulls. They're down once again by 10. And again, they're going to look inside to Dinkins. Dinkins drops it down to Ray. Ray tries to take it up strong. He is fouled by Trapp. They call that one on the floor. So it'll just be a one-shot opportunity here for Clifford Ray. And Ray gets that to drop. 9 points now is the lead for LA as Clemens brings the Lakers back on offense. Sends it down inside to Trapp. Trapp back out on top to Clemens. His deep jump shot is no good. Burwinkle with the rebound, and he is fouled on the rebound by Clemens. Actually, the foul is going to be against Van Leer. So Van Leer will have one shot for Chicago. And that's a better deal for the Bulls. Van Leer, one of the premier free throw shooters of the era, puts that one through cleanly to cut the lead to 8. 10:35 to play now. Lakers with the lead and the basketball. They get it into the hands of Clemens. Excuse me. Clemens working against Dinkins. High pick and roll with Ellis. Dribble drive into the lane. Jump shot from the outside by Robinson is no good, and Ray takes the rebound for Chicago. Bulls working their way back into this one. And again, please forgive my raspiness as the spring allergies have paid their annual visit to my vocal cords. Van Leer now with it, looking inside to Dinkins. Dinkins has a mismatch down low, coming off the inside screen against Robinson. The layup by Dinkins is around and out. Ellis got him from behind, and Trapp pulls the rebound out of there for Los Angeles. Nice protection of the rim there by Leroy Ellis to deny Dinkins what he thought was going to be an easy layup. Possession back to LA, leading by 8, looking once again to expand it to double digits. Here's Robinson with it on the wing. Robinson sends it back over to Clemens from the outside. His shot is no good. Ellis gets the rebound, but he is called for the loose ball foul, fighting against Burwinkle for that rebound, and it will be Burwinkle going to the line for one shot for Chicago. Oops. And the shot by Burwinkle is good. He's got 14 points now and 18 rebounds, and he looks tired. Next dead ball, he'll have to come out of the game. But for the time being, it is 10 minutes to play. The score is Los Angeles 84 and Chicago 77. Riley with it here on the top of the key. Ooh, he steps around Dinkins.
Riley
Gets to his left hand,
Clemens.
lays it up, and good. Nice feed by Clemens to set that one up. LA back on top by 9, 86-77. Bulls come back. They've got it in the hands of Dinkins. Dinkins doesn't know what to do with it, so they call timeout. And they're going to reset things here with 9:46 to play. It is going to be, they're going to go ahead and bring Bob Love back into the game and move Ray down to the center position and give Burwinkle a much-needed rest. So 9:46 to play. Both Van Leer and Love playing with 4 fouls for Chicago. Dinkins to inbound. Gets it to Van Leer on top. Van Leer working against Clemens. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Van Leer dribbles to the right, pulls the trigger, and scores. And Clemens got him
Norm
with the
Van
body.
Lier scores.
How about that? And now it is LA in foul trouble. They've already committed 5 team fouls in this quarter, and it's going to be Chicago spending the rest of the night at the free throw line. We'll see if the Bulls can shoot their way back in from the charity stripe. The shot by Van Leer is good, and the lead has been cut to 6. 86-80. LA protecting a 6-point lead with the basketball in the hands of Clemens. Clemens sends it down to Ellis. Ellis on the baseline. He's not an outside shooter. He wants to find Trapp on the inside. Trapp gets the pass. His short jump shot is blocked. Bob Love got that one. Swatted it out of bounds. LA keeps possession with 15 on the shot clock. Lakers inbound to Ellis. Working against Ray on the low block. Strong move to the basket. Layup is good.
Ellis, from Clemens.
Give the assist to Clemens. And the lead now for Los Angeles is 8. 88-80. The ball is in the hands of Van Leer at the top of the key. Looking to distribute. Finds Love down low. Working inside against Trapp. He turns. He shoots. He misses. Off the bank, no good. King steals the offensive board for Chicago. Sends it out to Van Leer to reset for the Bulls. With now 9 minutes to play in the game, Chicago still trails by 8. They're going to look inside for Love. Love sends it out to Dinkins. It's off the leg of Clemens and out of bounds. Clemens got a foot in the passing lane that time. And with 13 seconds on the shot clock, Dick Motta will call up a play for the Bulls as they try to cut into this 8-point deficit. Dinkins to inbound. He sends it to Van Leer out on top. 5 on the shot clock. Van Leer forced to take the pull-up jump shot from the outside. No, he finds Love down low, but Love cannot get the shot to fall. He's missed 6 straight. Ray comes out of there with the offensive rebound. Here's Ray with a putback attempt. He goes up strong and he puts it home.
Clifford Ray.
Now 9 points, 9 rebounds for Clifford Ray. The LA lead has been cut to 6. 88-82, 8.5 to play. First units on both teams preparing to return to action as the ball goes to Flynn Robinson on the ring. Robinson from the outside fakes the shot, dribbles, lays it up, no good. Missed the layup. And Ray takes the rebound, but he has the ball stolen away cleanly by Robinson, and LA retains possession. Here's Clemens with it out on top. Clemens looking on the wing to Robinson. Robinson on the outside, rumbles down the lane, lays it up and good.
Robinson, from Riley.
4 points now for Flynn Robinson. LA goes back on top by 8. 90-82. Jim King with the ball on the outside for Chicago. He's got room for a look at a jump shot, but he left it short. And the rebound is taken out of there by Trapp. Now the Lakers have 3-on-2 going the other way. Clemens loves to run the floor. Robinson loves to run the floor. They get it over to Riley on the wing, and Riley lays it up
Riley,
good.
From Robinson.
6 points now for Riley. 8 points now for Riley. And the lead is back to 10 for Chicago. It is for Los Angeles. As Chicago brings back the basketball, they've got it into the hands of Love down low. His inside jump shot is good.
Butterbean, from
Only
Van
6
Leer.
points on the night for Bob Love. But Van Leer and Burwinkle have carried the load for the Bulls as they try to keep pace with LA but still trail by 8. Now we're under 8 minutes to play. The ball is in the hands of Riley on the outside. Riley wants to go baseline. Sends it cross court to Robinson. Gets it back. The shot from the baseline by Riley is good.
Robinson, from Riley.
The lead is back to 10. Chicago with the basketball now in the hands of Van Leer. Van Leer wants to go on the attack. He dumps it off to Love. Love from the inside. Tries to get it out to King. It's deflected out of bounds, and the ball goes over to Los Angeles. Under 7.5 to play. And the horn sounds, and back into the ball game comes most of the starting lineup. Van Leer and Sloan in the backcourt. Walker and Love at your forwards for Chicago. Burwinkle still not quite ready to return to action, so Clifford Ray remains in the game at the center position. For the Lakers, they're going to come back with their full starting 5, leading by 10 and hoping to close it out here down the stretch. Los Angeles sends it out to McMillan on the outside, just back into the game. Has a good look at a baseline jump shot, but he is too strong with it. He is, however, fouled on the play by Walker, and McMillan will go to the line for 2 free throws. Jim McMillan converts on the first. Misses the second, and Clifford Ray takes the rebound for Chicago. Bulls now trail by 11. But Van Leer has all of his weapons available to him. It's Sloan on the outside. Drives to the basket, gets around Goodrich, lays it up and good.
Jerry Sloan.
11 points for Sloan, again taking advantage of his physical superiority against the smaller Gail Goodrich. LA now leading by 9. Jerry West back on the attack. He wants to go to the hole. Steps around Van Leer, gets into the lane. Dumps it off to Goodrich, gets it back. Pulls the trigger from the elbow and scores it.
Goodrich from West.
Okay, give that one to Goodrich. And once again, we've got another little hiccup in the chalkboard, because the chalkboard very clearly showed that ball going back to West. But give the basket to Goodrich. He's now got 14, and the lead for LA is 11. Chicago looks inside to Love in the lane. Covered by Hairston, the little jump shot is good. Make it a 9-point lead. Back come the Lakers with West. Looking inside to Hairston. Hairston down low, bodied up by Love. Love with the 4 fouls. Hairston with the jump hook over Love, and it's good. Boy, Love didn't challenge that one as strongly as he could have, and Hairston took advantage. LA back on top by 11. 99-88 is your score. Inside they go to Bob Love. Love in the key, defended by Hairston. This time his jump shot misses, and McMillan takes the rebound for LA. LA will walk it back the other way as we reach the midway point. 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. LA still enjoying an 11-point lead by virtue of an 11-point advantage at the free throw line. Westgate takes the ball up and gives it over to Goodrich. They run it into McMillan in the paint. McMillan working on Walker. Tries to get it back out to West and threw it away. Ball goes back over to Chicago. 20 turnovers each by the teams here tonight. Credit to the stellar defense. Walker's been quiet since returning to the game. Can they get it to him inside? The pass goes to Love, back to Van Leer. Ooh, Van Leer finds Walker down low. Walker drops it off to Love, and Love slams it home.
Bob Love scores from Walker.
Give Walker the assist. Give Love the basket, and he is fouled on the play by Hairston. And with the Bulls in the bonus, Hairston will get 2 to make, or Love will get 2 to make 1. But 1 is all he needs. He converts that. He's got 11 points now on the night, and the lead is cut to 8. Back come the Lakers. The ball is in the hands of McMillan. McMillan with the look from the baseline. It's off the front rim, no good. And the rebound is taken for Chicago by Jerry Sloan. Good physical play in there by Sloan. Hands it over to Van Leer. Van Leer is going to bring it up slowly and look to set up the offense. They run it down low to Love. Love working in the middle against Hairston. His shot from 5 feet is off the mark, and Chamberlain takes the rebound for Los Angeles. Goodrich had a thought about running, but decided to pull back and hand the ball back over to Jerry West to start the offense. We're now at the 5-minute mark to play. Still plenty of time. LA leading by 8. Chicago needs stops. West takes it into the front court. Sends it over to McMillan. McMillan on the baseline, 5 on the shot clock. He takes the outside jump shot, and he delivers.
McMillan.
Clutch shot there by Jim McMillan. He has got 11. And the LA lead is back up to 10. 101-91, 4:46 to play. Van Leer looks to distribute. Finds Sloan on the wing. Sloan drives it into the paint against Goodrich. Dumps it back out to Van Leer. Van Leer cannot connect on the jump shot, but Chet Walker skies for the offensive board. Walker with the putback, that's no good, but he is fouled by Hairston, and it will be Walker going to the free throw line as Hairston has picked up number 5. And it will be 3 to make 2 for Chet Walker. Chet the Jet connects on the first. And with that, the horn sounds. And for Chicago, returning to the game will be Tom Burwinkle for the last 4:25. And he has been a stellar performer for Chicago tonight with those 14 points and 18 rebounds. So Chicago set up for a late run here to get back into this one as Walker hits the second free throw to cut the lead back to 8. 101-93, 4:25 to play in the game. The ball goes outside to West. West swings it around to Goodrich, and it's lost out of bounds. Another turnover. 25 turnovers for the Lakers, and we saw that in Game 2. It was Game 2 that the Lakers were setting up for a possible game-tying basket in the final minute, and they turned the ball over, and that was the end of the line for the Lakers in Game 2. Now we're starting to see the same thing happen in Game 3. That pressure defense by Norm Van Leer and Jerry Sloan is so disruptive of the LA Superstars that Chicago is certainly not out of this one by any stretch of the imagination. It is looking a little slim. As Steve Tower says, it's not looking good for the Bulls, but there's still 4 minutes and change to play. And the lead for LA is 8 as Chicago sets up the offense. And they are going to run it down to Walker on the baseline. Walker from the outside. The shot is missed, but he is fouled on the play by Hairston, and that is number 6. Happy Hairston is anything but happy now that he is going to have to take a seat. And it will be Leroy Ellis back into the game for the Lakers for the stretch run as Walker goes to the free throw line for the 3 to make 2. And Walker hits the first. The lead now is 7. Make it 6 as Walker converts on his first 2 attempts. And he says, I don't need no stinking Rick Barry to tell me how to shoot free throws. 101-95, Los Angeles with the lead and the basketball, but they need to get something going here on the offensive end to slow down this Chicago comeback. West has it out on the wing. He steps around Van Leer, gets into the lane, lays it up and good.
West
West off the glass, stretches the lead back out to 8. 103-95, under 4 minutes to play. Inside they go to Love. Love comes off the screen. He's got a big mismatch over Goodrich, but he cannot get the shot to fall, and that's because Goodrich fouled him. That's only 2 on Gail Goodrich. Probably a smart foul to prevent Love from getting the easy basket. But Love has now got the 3 to make 2. So he'll probably still come away with 2 points in this situation as he hits both the first 2 free throws. And the lead is once again 6. 103-97. 3:36 to play as the Lakers come back on offense. This time they get it in the hands of Goodrich. Goodrich wants to attack. He fakes. He drives. He's fouled by Sloan. Smart foul by Sloan. That was on the floor. And the Bulls still have fouls to give. So that'll just be 1 shot for Goodrich. And Goodrich, of course, is automatic from the free throw line. And that builds the lead back up to 7. 104-97 as the Bulls come back and look to cut further into the deficit. The ball goes down low to Love, working now against Leroy Ellis. Love tries to go up strong. His layup is off the back iron, no good. Tipped around by Walker, no good. And Wilt Chamberlain pulls it down for Los Angeles. Good defensive effort by the Lakers on that possession. Coming back the other way, they have Ellis inside, working against Love. He posts up, he spins, he shoots it off the glass, no good. Burwinkle takes the rebound and threw it away. Costly turnover for the Bulls. That's going to give Los Angeles another 24 seconds to hold the basketball as we're down now to 3 minutes to play in this one. LA still leading by 4. Excuse me, LA still leading by 7, 104-97. The pass on the wing goes to McMillan. McMillan has a look from the baseline. He pulls the trigger. It's off the front rim, no good. And the rebound is grabbed by Burwinkle. That is 20 rebounds on the night for Tom Burwinkle, the veteran out of Tennessee. Chicago coming back now, still trailing by 7. Van Leer over to Sloan. Sloan looks to Love on the baseline. He's got ice in his veins. He drives around Ellis. His shot comes up short, and Ellis takes the rebound for Los Angeles. Another missed opportunity for the Bulls, and we're now under 2.5 to play as Los Angeles holds the ball and holds a 7-point lead, 104-97. Now 9 on the shot clock as it goes inside to Chamberlain. Chamberlain working on Burwinkle down low. Sends it back out to Ellis. Ellis with the baseline jump shot is tipped out of the air by Love and rebounded by Burwinkle. Now Chicago wants to push the tempo. Norm Van Leer dribbling quickly down the floor. Sends it to Walker on the wing. Walker cross-courts it to Sloan. Sloan lays it up and good.
Jerry Sloan, from Walker.
Now 2:19 to play. LA with the basketball leading by 5. Bulls desperately want another stop here. Chamberlain on the isolation against Van Leer. Steps to his left, drives to the cup, travels. Once again, the perimeter defense by Chicago comes up strong, earning the Bulls another opportunity to cut into this 5-point lead. Still 2 minutes, 6 seconds to play in the fourth. Chicago to inbound. The open man for the Bulls is Walker. Walker sends it over to Sloan. Clean pick and roll. The short jump shot by Sloan is no good. The tip by Burwinkle is no good. And Chamberlain comes down with the rebound for LA. Another solid defensive effort for the Lakers. And another huge rebound for Wilt Chamberlain. They get it to West now on the outside. He's Mr. Clutch. He drives into the lane. His short jump shot won't go. Van Leer takes the rebound for Chicago. Minute 42 to play. Chicago still trying to cut into this lead. They trail by 5. The pass goes inside to Love. Love with ice in his veins. His turnaround jump shot is good.
From Burwinkle.
104-101. Chicago continues to climb back up the steep deficit. And with a minute and a half to play, they trail by 3. They need a stop here. What's LA going to do? They get it to West out on top. Mr. Clutch, the logo, working against Van Leer on top. Gets a pick. Comes around the screen. Tries to get it to Ellis. It's stolen by Sloan. Chicago's defense comes up strong once again. As Steve Tower says, don't go anywhere, folks. JT says it is a barn burner. We've got the proverbial slobber knocker going on here in Chicago Stadium as the Bulls are trying to overcome the odds and come back here in the fourth quarter. 18 on the shot clock, a minute 10 on the game clock. Chicago going to work. They get it inside to Burwinkle down low. His shot is no good. And Goodrich takes the rebound for Los Angeles. Still over a minute to play. Los Angeles can't rest easy yet. Chicago needs another stop here. They go to West on the perimeter. He's double teamed, and it's stolen by Walker. The trap successful for Chicago, creating another turnover. Chicago with yet another chance here to cut into the deficit. It's brought up by Sloan. He sends it inside to Walker. Walker under the basket. Drives. Lays it up. And is called for the charge. Oh my goodness. A controversial call here in Chicago Stadium as Coach Dick Motta is about to have a stroke on the bench. It looked like Walker had a path to the basket. McMillan came over. There was a collision. And they call Walker for the offensive foul. As the boos rain down from Steve Tower in the chat room. 48 seconds to play. LA with the lead, 104-101. LA with possession of the basketball. John Trapp into the game to replace Leroy Ellis. LA wants to burn some clock. West dribbling out on top. Now 17 on the shot clock. West triggers the offense. The ref stops play. And we've got a whistle and a foul on Burwinkle. He grabbed Chamberlain. Smart foul by Burwinkle. Chamberlain will get just one free throw. And we know from experience that this is always a dicey proposition. And Chamberlain hits another one. How about that? Wilt Chamberlain hits the clutch free throw to put Los Angeles up by 4. 105-101. Chicago needs a quick basket here. They dump it inside to Love. The short jump shot by Love is good.
Butterbean from Van Lier.
And the lead is cut to 2. 30 seconds on the game clock, 24 on the shot clock. Timeout Los Angeles. And what do we do here? Do we take Chamberlain out of the ball game to keep him from being fouled? I didn't want to do that. We're going to stick with Chamberlain. He's our guy. Trap to inbound. 29 on the game clock, 22 on the shot clock. There's a whistle and there's a foul away from the ball. The little hack of Chamberlain by Chicago. Let's see if, but they're now in the bonus, so Chamberlain will get 2 shots at it. And if he makes even game. And the first is no good. Dave Gardner got ejected for throwing popcorn, but he is back into the ball game. Can Chamberlain make the clutch free throw here to put this game on ice for the Lakers? It's good! Oh my goodness. Wilt Chamberlain with the second free throw is good. And the Lakers go on top by 3. Chicago really needs a miracle now. They are going to need to get the first open shot they can get. The ball's in the hands of Van Lier. Works it to Sloan in the lane. The short jump shot by Sloan is no good. He gets his own rebound, sends it back out to Van Lier. Van Lier sends it down to Love, and Love is fouled by Trapp. That'll be 2 free throws for Love. That may not have been the smartest foul with 14 seconds to play. It's going to stop the clock and enable LA to and enable Chicago to cut into the lead. As Love hits the first, it's a 2-point game. And this time, even though he's tired, I am bringing Leroy Ellis back into the game for Chamberlain. So there will be no hack of Chamberlain this time. Leroy Ellis on the year, a 70% free throw shooter. So I'm happy with that. And even though he's tired, I still don't want to give Chicago the opportunity to hack Wilt again. As Love hits the second free throw. And there's timeout on the floor. And it will be full court pressure for Chicago. What would the free throw lineup look like? All right. We are set. It's a 1-point game, LA with the basketball. 14 seconds to play in the game. They give it to Goodrich. Goodrich sends it down to Trapp, and Love grabs Trapp. Trapp goes to the free throw line for 2. He is a 70% free throw shooter. These are clutch. 13 seconds to play. And Trapp missed the first. Oh my goodness. Hope springs eternal for the fans here in Chicago. They are screaming. They are stomping their feet as Trapp steps to the line for number 2 and converts. And with 13 seconds to go, it's a 2-point game. What will the Bulls do now? Will they go inside to Love? It's been an off and on night for him. Chet Walker is their other big scorer. Let's see who gets open. So you're saying there's a chance, says JT. There is a chance, and with 8 seconds to play. Oh, they run a nice little screenplay for Walker inside. He's got a mismatch against West, and he scores.
Chet Walker.
With 6 seconds to play, it is 107-107. LA with the last gasp. The Lakers will call time. Chicago's out of timeouts. The Lakers will call time. And they are going to bring Chamberlain back into the game now. In hopes of getting an offensive rebound or a putback or something if their first objective doesn't work. D. Scott Howard is rooting for a steal by Sloan. And Van Leer stole the inbounds pass. Van Leer stole the inbounds pass. 5 seconds to play. How about that? They are going to look inside for Love. Can Love get the game winner? Love inside, an ugly pass. It's stolen away by Trapp, and we're going to go to, and with 1 second to play, Trapp steals the pass, and LA won't get a shot off, and we go to overtime. Oh, my goodness. Turnovers, 2 turnovers in the last 5 seconds of play. And we are headed to overtime with the score 107-107. Van Leer steals the ball. Van Leer steals the ball. Another thrilling contest between LA and Chicago here in Chicago Stadium, Game 3, and we're going to overtime. Let's take a look at the lineups. Hairston has fouled out. Trapp is in the game, and the rest of the Lakers starters are on the floor. Chicago has their full starting 5 on the floor. Love with 5 personals. They'll need to watch out for that as we go to overtime here in Chicago. Are you ready for some bonus basketball? The jump is in the air, and it is controlled by Chicago. 107-107. Van Leer sets up the Bulls offense. He sends it over to Sloan on the wing. Sloan is going to go on the attack. Free throw line extended. Dribbles to his right, cut off by Chamberlain. The shot is missed, and the rebound is taken by John Trapp for Los Angeles. Lakers now in control. West takes it into the front court. Open on the switch is Goodrich. Goodrich from the wing has a mismatch against Chet Walker. Drives around Walker, gets to the baseline, lays it up and good. Goodrich with the first basket of the overtime puts LA on top by 2. 109-107. Van Leer sets up the offense facing off against West. Looks inside to Love. Tough in the clutch is Love. Covered by Trapp. His layup is blocked. A block by Chamberlain. A rebound by Trapp. Chamberlain protects the rim and denies Love's attempt at a game-tying shot. LA walks it up the other way, leading by 2 with the basketball. West dribbles into the front court. Looks to distribute. Finds Trapp down low. Trapp working against Love. 9 on the shot clock. Trapp from the low block. Turns and fires. And scores.
Trapp from Chamberlain.
Clutch play by John Trapp, playing crucial minutes for LA here down the stretch. Puts the Lakers up by 4. Fourth-year man out of UNLV. 4 minutes left to go. Chicago trailing by 4. The ball is in the hands of Van Leer. Van Leer sends it to Sloan on the wing. Sloan wants to take it inside. Chamberlain is there once again. And again, Sloan's shot opportunity is blocked. Goodrich got that one. McMillan takes the rebound. This time it is LA coming up strong on the defensive side of the ball to take the lead here, starting off the overtime. The ball goes to Goodrich on the wing. Goodrich with an open look. Takes the perimeter jump shot over Walker and left it short. Chamberlain with the offensive board for LA. Chamberlain with a putback attempt is no good. The tip is no good, and Walker finally comes out with the rebound for Chicago. Boy, LA had a chance for a big hoop there and could not get it to go. And it comes back to Burwinkle the other way. Burwinkle finds Walker. Nice pass by Burwinkle. Finds Walker open inside, but his turnaround jump shot is blocked. Jim McMillan got up and got that one. Here's Burwinkle snagging the offensive board. With 1 second on the shot clock, he pump fakes, he finger rolls. It's off the rim, no good. And West comes out of there with the rebound for LA. LA's defense comes up strong again. Lakers lead by 4, 3.5 to play. Here's Goodrich on the perimeter. Working against Sloan. Goodrich wants to attack. Comes down the baseline, weaves through traffic. Burwinkle comes over to make him alter the shot, and it is missed. But Chamberlain takes the offensive board. Chamberlain from the inside slams it home.
Chamberlain.
My goodness, Goodrich broke down the defense with that baseline drive. Burwinkle had to step over to tip the shot, but that left Chamberlain all by himself under the basket for the putback jam. LA is up by 6. 113-107. 2:54 to play, still plenty of time as Chicago works it inside to Love. An awesome pass from Van Leer, but Love cannot convert. The rebound is taken by Van Leer. He passes it back out to Sloan. They're going to look inside to Love once again. He's got the mismatch that they want down there against Trapp. He gets the pass this time from Van Leer and scores
Bob Love from Van Leer.
Chicago needed that one in the worst way. Their first basket of the overtime. LA leads by 4. We're midway through the overtime, 2.5 to play. The ball is in the hands of Jerry West. West from the outside. Fakes, drives the lane. He's cut off by Love. His shot is no good, but Chamberlain takes the offensive rebound. And Chamberlain with the putback slams home another one.
Chamberlain.
2 slam dunks in a row off the offensive glass by Wilt Chamberlain. He's got 19 points and 14 boards for LA. And the Lakers go back on top by 6. 115-109, still over 2 minutes to play as they force it in once again to Love. Love is cold-blooded. His baseline jump shot is long, and Chamberlain takes another rebound for Los Angeles. Just when the Bulls fans were on the edge of their seats, LA quiets the crowd with those 2 dunks by Chamberlain and some stellar work on the defensive end. They've got a 6-point lead and the basketball with 2 minutes to play in this overtime. They've got West open out on top as he comes off the screen. His perimeter jump shot is off to the right, and Jerry Sloan comes in for another rebound for Chicago. Bulls haven't given up. They trail by 6 as Van Leer passes to Sloan. They've got a switch down low for Love if they can get it to him. Van Leer lost the ball. Sloan picks it up. He drives it in. His wild shot is no good, and McMillan takes the rebound for Los Angeles. Lakers with the numbers in transition, but West says, hold the phone. We're going to slow this one down. Lakers have a 6-point lead now with under 2 minutes to play, as once again the Lakers defense came up strong in the clutch. The ball goes out to Trapp on the outside, 7 on the shot clock. He tries to kick it cross court to Goodrich, but it is over his head and out of bounds to Chicago. That time it was the Bulls defense that came up strong, denying Trapp and forcing a bad pass. Action continues now as the Bulls are on the offense. They get it to Van Leer. Van Leer wants to go on the attack. He weaves his way into the lane. Tries to dump it off to Sloan. Bad pass stolen by Jerry West. Lakers back on the offense. The ball's in the hands of Goodrich as we reach 1 minute to play. LA leading by 6. West is double-teamed and fouled by Van Leer, and he'll get 2 shots. That is number 5 on Van Leer. As West converts the first, the lead is now 7 with 1:07 to play, but these fans here at Chicago Stadium are not leaving their seats. West hits the second. He's got 19. The Laker lead is 8. Chicago needs offense in a hurry. They go right inside to Chet Walker. Walker inside against McMillan. McMillan tipped it away and stole it. JT says, looks like Chicago spent all they had just to get the overtime, and I think you're correct on that assessment. Goodrich now has the bounce pass. They're going to burn some clock. 22 on the shot clock. Goodrich and West. And West is hammered by Sloan, and that is 5 on Sloan. And that will send Jerry West to the free throw line. And he missed the first shot. Normally a reliable free throw shooter is Jerry West. And West hits the second, and that extends the lead to 9. 118-109. We're in the final minute of overtime. Chicago's really going to have to pull a rabbit out of the hat here. Inside they go to Love. Love in the key with the jump hook. It's short, but he's fouled by Trapp. It'll be 2 shots for Bob Love. Love hits the first. Misses the second. Wouldn't stay down, but he will get a bonus attempt here. And he missed the third. Only 1 out of the 3 is good, and Chamberlain takes the rebound for LA. 48 seconds to play. Goodrich has the ball. Goodrich wants to burn some time. He's knocked down by Sloan, and that is number 6 on Sloan. And that'll send Goodrich to the line for the 3 to make 2 and bring Bob Weiss back into the game to replace Sloan. Goodrich hits the first free throw. As a disappointed commentary by Steve Tower. Don't ever let it be said that we here at the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network are prudes. As Steve Tower comes up with the quote of the day. 120-110. Chicago trailing. 46 seconds to play. The quick pass goes to Weiss. Inside to Walker, back out to Weiss. Tries to get into the lane, gets around Chamberlain, lays it up and good. And he's fouled on the
Bob
play
Weiss
by Chamberlain.
scores from Walker.
That is not what Bill Sharman had in mind for that defensive stand for LA. As it is Weiss going to the line with a chance at a 3-point play, as we say thank you to JT, the newest subscriber to the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. The free throw by Weiss is good. And the lead has been cut to 7, but still only 35 seconds in the ballgame. Lakers content to burn clock. And somebody is nailed by Van Leer. That is 6 on Van Leer. And it will be Jerry West to the free throw line again, as the Bulls are now dropping like flies. Sloan has fouled out. Van Leer has fouled out. Weiss and Love on the court with 5 fouls each. As hope springs eternal here in Chicago, and the Lakers just keep dropping in the free throws as West connects on the first. And West hits both of his 2. And it is now 122-113, 34 seconds to play. The open man for Chicago is Walker. He drops it. He gets it back. His short jump shot is off the front rim, no good. Rebounded by Goodrich. As the desperation for Chicago continues. Down to 22 seconds to play. Now 20. Shot clock has been turned off. As Gail Goodrich wants to dribble out the clock. And with a 9-point lead, I think the Bulls are just going to let it expire. LA milking the clock. Down to 5 seconds to play. Goodrich dribbles to his left. Lets the clock run. Blah, 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 blah. Down to 3. This is taking forever. Los Angeles looks to set up a play. Goodrich from the outside tosses it up at the buzzer. That's no good. But that is your final. In overtime, Los Angeles 122, Chicago 113. And we've got the runtime error now, so we won't be able to see the box score, but we'll take a look at the line scores. Jerry West with 22 and 9 assists on the night. Chamberlain 19 and 16. He was huge in the fourth quarter. Love led the Bulls with 22. And Burwinkle was huge, 14 points, 23 rebounds. But I think JT said it best. Chicago spent all they had to get this game into overtime. But it is LA, your winners tonight. They take a 2-1 lead in the series, as we will stay here in Chicago for Game 4. All right, great crowd tonight, great ball game. I really enjoyed all of the visitors we had in the chat. A runtime error at the buzzer. Yeah, this will be no big deal. I'll be able to reclaim the game and get the box score and everything. But thank you, Steve Tower. Thank you, Jake Cruz, JT, Dave Gardner, D. Scott Howard. What a fine crowd we had here tonight. Our Red Sox fan, thank you for stopping by. Tribe fan was here earlier in the night, I believe. And yeah, great crowd here tonight for this Overtime Classic. And a series that is rapidly becoming just fun series all around. Your final once again for Game 3, Los Angeles 122, Chicago 113. And for the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network, this is Dave Little signing off from the Dave Cave. That's our stream, and I am out of here.